So yeah, so I mean, both of them are things that I've been kind of thinking about and wanting to do for a very long time. With Vast, which is essentially the goal there is I think it's super important that people like get off the planet and out into the solar system and kind of start expanding where humans can live. And you know,
Just before you get into, why do you think that's important?
uh, well, yeah, because basically, you know, if you imagine this world where there's like millions of billions of people living in space, I mean, I think it's like not only is it economically better, like there's a lot of resources up there and energy and stuff that we could harvest, and like it's like you know, like in terms of just like GDP, it's worth it, right? But also I think psychically it's better because people need a frontier, right? We just haven't had a frontier for a very long time because the Earth has been all explored, and if you don't have that, then the world starts feeling very zero sum, and and I think it just leads to all kinds of like bad outcomes, like with people psychically, like they, you know, they start thinking about degrowth and like the wars start and all this kind of stuff. Like it's just bad, right? So having a frontier, which we've had for most of human civilization, is like I think super important and kind of the way we're wired. So in order to get that back again, I think is important. And so yeah, so I think I've wanted that for a very long time, and kind of always like jokingly said like if I was ever super successful, you know, I'd go like mine asteroids or whatever. And then, you know, when I step back from Stellar, you know, there's been SpaceX has made a huge uh, impact in kind of the aerospace industry. Like launch is like super is like way cheaper than it was like, you know, 20 years ago. So it's making like a lot of things more possible. And so you know, I kind of view like again, like if I want this world where there's like a billion people living in the solar system, what is obviously that's far off, but like what is this? What are the steps to get there? Getting mass cheaply to orbit is sort of the first one, and it seems like SpaceX is pretty much nailing that. And then the next step is like how do you let humans live for a long period of time? Because they're if you're in if you're in like no gravity, then that has really bad health effects. You know, you have bone loss, like there's weird problems with your retina, all these kind of things. Like you really can't live up there for more than a year. And so if we want to do big crazy things like mine asteroids or build Dyson spheres or whatever, we need to solve human habitation, which isn't going to involve like giving them gravity. Which so like we're kind of aiming at this like space station that will spin to provide artificial gravity so people can live up there for years. And you can have like much bigger populations up there. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're hopefully going to launch our first module at the end of 2025 is the current plan, which is quite soon.
It's
So
insane to me that I
yeah.
remember